The word for today is excitement because we, believe it or not, gotta be out of here by 11 because the homeowners are really coming today. We end up doing a completely master bathroom renovation. All the flooring in the porches is new. It's all teak. We did teak in combination with a choke stone and that artificial turf in the middle. So it looks incredible. I really cannot wait for you all to see it complete. We spent a few hours in Churchill Oaks today. We're doing a collaboration with John DeMico, which is the real estate agent. We're gonna take a few homes. We're gonna stage them properly. By stage, I mean furnish them. Today we were sort of like onboarding a new client, which is really my least favorite thing to do is work with clients that had another interior designer. Because, okay, you have one king down here.
Yeah.
You have upstairs.
3 kings. No, 2 kings.
No, you have 2 kings upstairs.
Yeah.
How about there?
Another king.
So
3 kings upstairs and 1 downstairs.
Yeah.
and I mean, we'll get the baby mattress.
Yep.
So when it comes to the foyer, let's start back here. Those are the things that you have,
Yeah.
and that's where you have.
But mine's not dark. It's light.
What is light?
The
Oh, you have the light one?
Uh-huh.
Oh, why
Washed
would I
walnut.
possibly thought you have the dark one? Because I honestly think a sisal rug for you, or jute, whatever you want to call it,
Yeah, no.
is too casual.
Yeah.
So I have like 3 different kinds of rugs to see what your taste goes towards. This is an ushak. That is an ushak as well, but it's like very simple, but it's super pretty. Do you like any of them?
That's better for me.
Okay. This kind of pattern is too much for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I just don't like it. It seems
Yeah.
90s or like whatever.
Old lady.
Old lady, exactly.
You have to work with a lot of pieces that you don't want to, that you might don't think they're adequate, and they might be adequate. You just didn't do it. So I don't know. It's like you almost cannot help it. It's like a rejection thing. But she needs help. She is my friend, and so I took the job for that reason.
Do you see that?
Oh, I know. Yeah. Okay.
Is that okay? Like that's what I mean
That's
by shaggy.
kind of like we are doing. That's too shaggy for.
Even that's kind of cool. But this company, it's called Capel. It's from like Europe.
We will get something like that for similar. I
Yeah.
think that's too. It's too much texture for the entrance,
Okay.
and it's gonna pick up too much dirt. But we can get something like that for the living room and something that follow that
Okay.
for the other areas. Which is really good.
Amazing.
I feel like that these 2 sides of the fireplace are so unbalanced that I am worried that that piece is going to, we cannot center it because if we center it, it's going to look
Correct.
completely weird.
Now, can I ask you a question? Can we do that with the tree?
Yeah, that's what she,
Yeah.
how you feel about the idea of maybe introducing a texture back there? No? See, the onboarding process is very tedious because of that. Like when we were in the living room, you're trying to tell a client that is really your opinion, that something he did approve with somebody else, and another moment that it sounded like a great idea is not a good idea anymore. We're dealing with clients that have spent a lot of money, so we're not talking about like it's a $500 piece that is going into the unused pile. So it becomes pretty, it becomes pretty sticky and sort of uncomfortable for both parts. What I'm trying to create it is to not be so, not to be so stark, to be different, so we can play with it. But you can always add stuff later if you want to.
But it matches the other side.
does.
So I know. But it's awkward. It's just an awkward area. Like they could
Right,
have
but I
done.
almost feel like you want to do something different and don't do anything in the other side and bring it together with paper is what I was trying to say. Because the other side, Alex, is going to be,
Yeah.
because it's going to completely feel that, I mean, it's going to feel that all the way here. I mean, it's only 19, right? Just think about it.
Because you're thinking a wallpaper just on that corner, not this corner.
No, wallpaper in both corners and just a piece in that side, not in this side.
Okay.
And then maybe do a plant here. I just don't think it's a matching wall to do matching pieces is what I'm trying
Got
to
it.
say.
I see what you're saying because it's unbalanced.
Like it's too unbalanced. I guess too tight here and too gigantic there.
Okay.
Can you fill the space with a plant? Yes. So I was trying to say, even if it's a texture of the same color, bring the two pieces together with the texture or with the paper, and then just do a more significant piece there. And then those pieces are pretty. We can use them in other, I mean, we can walk the house and use them. We can use them somewhere else. And then think about something different for there.
Okay.
I don't think nothing is wrong with them, even if they are chest or whatever.
Yeah.
I just think it's too small for there. It's super tight here. Maybe do your plant here. It would do great.
Plant there.
It would do great with the sun, and it's not going to be like, because your sofa is right there, so that whole thing is gonna come all the way to here.
Yeah.
Think about the mirrors.
Yeah.
And let's see what we can, I mean, we can use one of the mirrors, maybe with the two lamps that you already have.
That's right.
And a bigger, like we can, I don't know how big those lamps are, but maybe if we have a bigger piece, we can do the two lamps and one mirror. I mean, maybe we can, remember, I really feel like a mirror will be really pretty here.
Okay.
So maybe, I mean, and it's big enough,
So
maybe we can use one there and one there. That mirror is great. And I actually, looking at the proportion of those things, they're huge.
Yeah.
But with a big piece here and the big mirror, I think there's a chance that that will be great.
Okay.
Because when you look at that, it doesn't look like this proportion.
I can probably put the other mirror upstairs in the foyer.
We can
I think
probably
that's
use
probably
it,
better.
yeah.
Than putting it in there. Okay.
We can find a place as
Okay.
we go, but I think this make that mirror and those lamps better than if they were stacked one on top of each other. I don't like to tell someone that a piece cannot be used anymore, but in her case, the living room is so unbalanced, which is not a problem for the living room, it's a problem for the setup that they have. That's a beautiful setup of two matching pieces, mirrors and lamps or art next to the fireplace, if the fireplace is centered to the room, but her fireplace is not in any capacity. So that was, I think, the worst part. And then she has some pieces that are extremely oversized outside.
So I have nothing in here. I mean, all I have is, I talked about that live plant wall. 13.1 feet is usable space. The total, though, from north to south is 22. But you can't use it because of this door, and that's a door.
Unfortunately, that's not the most ideal thing, but we're gonna have to do, so nothing is blocked. It's going to have to be like a sofa here, and then it's gonna have two chairs, one there and one there, so you got that walkable space. It's
Right.
all,
So the sofa would face this way?
it's, I mean, but the space is too big, so we gotta figure a way to balance it, like put something that is big enough so it looks like,
Yeah.
so, but I mean, it's
So
okay.
I could do, Marisol, instead of the plant wall, what if I did two swinging chairs? Chairs, not like a day bed. You know the ones that are like the egg? I think,
I mean, if you don't do the wall plan, I actually think that's one of the coolest things that you
Have.
nobody has that, so it will
I know.
make it different.
Well,
And you want that.
yeah, no,
No, I think you need to do 4 chairs here, Alex.
yeah.
I think
Chairs
you
and that's
do.
it. Okay.
I think you do, and I think, and then we will talk about the way we position that sofa. I mean, I think you're fine doing 4 chairs. This is not gonna be as bad as you think. This is actually out of your living space because you don't have, I mean, and we're already leaving space here for a
That's
walk.
true, because I don't really have talking
You don't
spaces.
have, you don't.
Because that's probably.
And that's like you know, loungy.
Yeah.
So this will be okay.
Okay.
And then,
Oh, this side, 108. Yeah, so it is 108 width, 98 diameter.
the sofa to be in the correct way, the long one needs to go here and the shorter part this way.
Okay. It wasn't planned like that, so the longer was this way and the shorter was this way. But just letting you know.
Right, but that is the central of attention. The chase need to go that way.
Okay.
But I think it will fit.
Okay.
The chase will be shorter this way. But she's also very great making decisions. We extended the papers area. We relocate some of the pieces, and we really free a greater space that she wants to use in a more productive way. That otherwise it was just going to be all completely swallowed by that gigantic piece. So I'm very happy about the outcome from that home.
You know, we have nice gates built for all of these. They're already built per plan. I've got a double gate here and I've got a single gate there.
If she closed this, then she would just have that gate, and then this space becomes a private space. Because her designer just have a piece
Lock
of
the gate.
furniture here.
Yeah.
I know.
Just lock the gate.
But let me just tell you, I fought with Jeff Chick about this. I hated this. And he was like, well, you don't really understand. You're going to want something to walk from there to your house if it's raining and not get wet. That was his whole reasoning for this dumb thing.
It will be one gate, it will be cleaner than having one gate and 2 gates.
Yeah.
I mean, are you all right with if you ever have to, you know, move access, get anything out of there? I mean, that's,
I
okay.
mean, it's just literally like 10 more steps.
No, I
Yeah,
understand.
you know?
I'm just trying
Yeah.
to say. you know,
Trying to put all the
whatever.
negatives
Yeah,
before,
you have to look at
because
both
when it's
sides.
closed, it's closed.
No, I like it.
So she have 2 entrances to her carriage house, which it really doesn't make sense. She have 2 gates right by the front door, which makes that area very busy, number 1. Number 2, if you have a gate, obviously, automatically, that's gonna create a hallway, a walkway, and then you cannot use that for furniture. You just can't. So she didn't want the gate, and we got to the realization that the best use for the space was to extend the wall and close that. So that did create a space for her to, she loves swinging chairs, so she wanted to have a little swing there, so it created a perfect spot for that. And it really turned the other space into a full space, because now we're not losing a 3-foot walkway. So it was very, very positive. Contractors don't love that. They don't want the interior designer to come and be like, oh, can you add this wall? Can you take this out? Because it's annoying and it delays the process. And I 100% will agree with them. But sometimes you don't have a choice.
Because I have a feeling that they're going to just put the whole thing there. But the thing is, I might have to get into it. So it looks like the doggy door is really tall. Like it has like a panel that has to go here for safety reasons, because this goes up and it goes down or something like that, because it's electric.
Okay.
But I'm wondering if there's a way to inset it more and then put drywall
Over the panel aspect.
Correct. But then I think I still have to get to it. I don't know.
Oh, this is it.
Oh yeah, there it is.
Oh yeah, this is it. You're going to
So I'm wondering if it goes this way or
Please
that
tell
way.
me you're not seeing all the metal.
that area
Okay.
and just kind of get rid of that garden bed.
Oh, get eliminated?
Yeah.
Okay, the drains need to be there though, okay?
It's okay, like
Yeah.
it will be the
Well,
little white drain.
No, they're these drains. They're like these brass drains right here.
Yeah, it will be okay.
Yeah, kind of need
But if
to
they
be
go all
there.
the way to the wall,
Certainly.
because we need like more walking space. This house is so
No,
small.
I need more
It's
space.
so small
Yes,
here.
it is. That's the motor.
Can we hide all? No, we can't. Oh my gosh, how can she see this in her kitchen? When it came to the inside, one of the changes that we requested was recessing the dog gate. It has a motor, so she will just, you cannot have just a motor like that big coming out of your kitchen wall. She have to have it. We did have about 8 inches of wall space between the brick and the framing studs, so they're gonna have to cut that drywall deep, recess that, and then they will put a panel, and it will end up looking like an AC return because you have to be able to access that area.
But you know I can't make a decision,
I don't
so I
need you to
can
give me
write.
I need you to give me ideas.
Okay. So the preference would be that we try to inset the
Correct.
unit. There still has to be some type of access to this.
Can we just
I
at
can't
least put a
just,
panel?
I can't just sheet rock over
We
it.
can
We'd
put a
have to
panel.
do
But
some
can we
type
just
of
put a
a.
panel that doesn't look like a motor, because you have 10 inches,
Well, no,
so
I-
it could be.
There's a possibility that it could be inset.
Uh-huh. You got a truss there, I mean, this is all hollow, kind of. It actually is. That's your stud and that's your stud.
Let me talk to Ed about that and see if it's possible. I mean, what's gonna happen is there'd have to be an access door built to a certain point where the dog door is visible.
Yeah.
But then you're gonna see a wood panel.
It's okay.
Well,
Above
wood panel,
that.
I'd rather a wood
It's better
panel.
than this. I mean,
Yeah.
That's the
it's
motor,
so
that's,
bad,
yeah, that's the motor.
It
I
is what it is.
Can't move the
yeah.
motor,
Yeah.
so, okay, let's
I'm
talk to
glad-
Ed about it.
I'm glad I brought that up.
Super easy.
Yeah.
Super easy, everything's easy.
It's not, I know
Everything,
it's
the
not.
problem is it all takes time, that's the
Yeah.
problem.
Well, that one's easy. Okay, I thought I said something.
He's the superintendent on that specific job. His name is Gary. He is extremely accommodating, knowing that you have 2 girls running around the house, changing walls, asking for things to be recessed and walls to be added and concrete, you know, all of that. But he handled us perfectly. So from here to here.
Yep, yeah, maybe a little better.
You know, my only concern here, Alex, is that he will be competing with all of that.
So the only other thing I can say is that we can put them here.
And we can put, I think he will be okay there. You sit here and then we can do something here.
Yeah. I do have these chairs. This is green. I don't have tables here, but this is the table she has here. And I'm like, that's like grandpa chic. I don't want grandpa chic. I want New York City. So, oh, sorry. Oh, what did I just do here?
But we cannot raise that table anymore.
No, I don't care. I think that that needs to just go.
So we need to add,
So here's another one. I just wanted to show you how it's black.
no, I love I love the cognac. How you feel about the idea of carrying that wallpaper here?
I don't mind.
I think that would be cool, especially if he's gonna sit there and do the podcast.
Yeah. So there, and you still have behind here, which is nothing.
Nothing.
I'm almost like, is it worth doing it there?
If he can do plaster there, so it's not competing, but here,
Then do it here. Yeah, I think that's better.
Yep. So that process actually wasn't as cool as you think it was, because what we were doing is we were working with all the products that the other designer have chose, and I am not aware of it. I mean, I am aware, but I am not, because I'm just getting on board in the job. So what I was doing is I was making sure that the things that she chose were scaled properly to the space in the house, which it was actually, I do that for every job before I order any piece of furniture, just to make sure that we are in the right page, and then I don't have to do reordering and, you know, going through the whole disappointing people and disappointing yourself. But in this case, I had not done it, so I kinda did it on the spot. So, and then she had these gigantic pieces of furniture that I didn't even know how we end up relocating them. But I am like super looking forward for the new places that we put them. And the reality is we were able to use everything. Like we relocate pieces through the house, so it was no waste. This is a beautiful home. We're coming from custom home that we're working at Churchill Oaks. It's a beautiful house in the bayou. Churchill Oaks is a gorgeous community located in Santa Rosa Beach. They have I think the only marina that is deep water, which makes it super special and unique. We are doing about 4 homes here, and we are like super excited about it. We're going to a job in watercolor that we've been working in for a little bit. The homeowner is coming tomorrow, so we want to make sure everything is tidy. So that's where we are going, to make sure everything is done. Are at Avery Begg's house. And like I say, we're here to check, make sure that everything is fine before she arrives. Again, the homeowner is coming on Saturday, so we want to make sure that our part of the installation is complete. We did need to accessorize some shelves, and that is what we came to do. We came earlier to take photos and make sure that we had a very good idea what we needed when we went back to the store. So when we went back to the store right before our 2 o'clock appointment, we went to collect all the necessary things so we could leave from that appointment to here. Our schedule is pretty crazy all the time. I mean, thank God we love what we do. Otherwise, I don't think it would be fun, but we love it, so. This is my office, very, very humble. Get up there and bring this inserts. But we're gonna have to steal this from somewhere. So these are perfect pillows for a bedroom. They are luxurious, they are very soft, very rich. We live right by the coast, so we're always trying to bring this like beautiful seafoam color inside of our homes. So this is what this will accomplish with this. The house is very white, so we want to bring a little bit of color, but without bringing a ton of color. They don't see us stuffing the pillows, but we do, and we like it. We like to pull the ears all the way. I already taught Bethany how to do it properly. Nothing worse than a pillow that is not stuffed properly.
There is an art to it, that's for sure.
If you don't do it right, then they look super bad. You have to do it right. You got to pull their ears, make sure they feel properly all the way in.
And they don't make it easy to put them in.
You got to make sure you don't damage the zippers when you go in. See these little ears? The pillow ear have to go all the way in there as well.
I noticed you guys do the karate chop too.
We always do. That's why we love Feather Down. Because when you do it, it just stays sharp and pretty. I will say that our store is the heart of our business. We have 2 stores, one in Miramar and one in Inlet. Extremely humble beginnings. My husband and I started this business out of our garage like 13 years ago. And from there moved to a smaller location in Santa Rosa, and from there we moved to the big location we have in Miramar. So we had the store in Miramar in that specific location for about 8 years. So that is like home base for us. And then we love this turn inlet because it's so pretty, right? And we get to have all the most beautiful things in there. Like, all I can say about our stores is that they are the heart of our business. That house is located in a very prominent community right by Alice Beach. Is gorgeous, as you know. It's like almost architecturally perfect. Like the house itself is a piece of art. We went to visit with our clients. We did our first install, which was the bedroom furniture that was complete. So when we have a room complete, at the very least, we can do one room at a time. We did the installation of the wallpaper, the installation of the bedroom furniture, and then kind of didn't have time to go finish it because we didn't have the pillows. So basically today we went to do the final touches just to make sure that, and making sure that they love it. Because the way to go farther, we have to go this way because of that. And then we can absolutely go into a custom rug that is just the same width and long, but it would be way more.
Well, let me give you my opinion on that, okay? I mean, did you know it was gonna be like this right here?
I knew there was going to be like this, yes.
All right,
I knew
well,
that you were coming
my
up.
opinion is if you knew that, I'm like, man, I'm really surprised. And then she mentioned, well, I bet it took custom. I think we should have at least had that option to think about it.
Okay.
Now, you know, I'm cheap, she's cheap. We probably
But I thought this
wouldn't
was
have.
the same size as what we had before.
You know, and again, that's where I was like, well, let's look at the pictures.
We can.
I can just tell you this, it wasn't, the other one came to about here.
You
Okay?
want to change it?
No, I'm just talking, I'm not
Yeah.
let me get to my conclusion. I will admit that after sleeping in it and seeing the relevance of it, it's not that big a deal to me.
It
So-
is very personal to them, and they are very emotional about anything. As you could tell, he was not upset, but he is emotional about his house. He was emotional about the rug being not in the exact same place he thought it should be. It doesn't matter what is correct or not. It's his home. And if I see it that way, and if he thinks the rug needs to be all the way touching the nightstand, then that's how it should be for him, because he's the one who's going to live there. So how do I handle that way? Like, it is not my home, it's his home, and if he wants it that way, then we will make it that way. That might entail reordering a custom rug that will be more expensive. That is, as he told me, his decision to make. I did make the decision for him, and he did remind me that it should have been his decision. Nonetheless, he was okay with the decision that I made, if you know what I mean. Going back to the fact that they are emotional because it's their home. And I really should not be emotional because I work for them. And my job is to take their vision and bring it to reality as best as possible. So if I miss the mark, then I should just take a step back and try to hit the mark. If we love these chairs so much, we can possibly do a softer sofa there, do that chair there, and do two different chairs here, because this is very, and the desk is here because she wanted it here.
Yeah, no.
I am like, she knows I'm like scared to death that she's going to lose balance and fall over there, because I kind of feel like it shouldn't be here, but she's like said that she wants to see out, so.
Okay, I understand your concern.
Yeah.
And by the way, that was written up in our inspections that those guys kept saying, hey, you need something around here. And you know, as we age, I can see it, but I mean, she's pretty good on her feet.
Oh, she
so
looks
we'll see.
amazing, and she's good on her feet, but you know, you can get
She
out.
may look amazing, her knee might disagree with you, right?
Well, maybe I have a-
But, so anyway, this is hers. Are you just gonna have one chair, is that what you're gonna have?
Well, because
He's mentioned this, I had forgotten. I think we mentioned that wall. and
Yeah.
I can't remember.
I
if we
think that
mentioned
wall.
that wall definitely needs something, and I'm torn between here, even though this is a bigger wall, when you walk in, that's the wall you see.
It is, but when you live in here, that's the wall like when you're in the bedroom hanging out, that's the most important
No, I mean,
wall.
we'll definitely put something there, but I thought maybe something over here, but I don't know, and if we did, which wall?
All right, well, you don't have to answer that
Okay.
right now because I'm going to leave. And also, Sandy, I would remember that he at least had something up in the bathroom on that tile wall. I know that because.
Oh, Nazi?
Yeah.
He had a clock that went like this, looked like
Okay,
a
but
fish.
we may randomly put something there. And we have some other things that we need to talk about next year. So, and it's gonna, and I do see that this kind of tiered in. Like we might not say, oh, let's pick this.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
We might do that. We definitely might do that. We might take our time a little more on
Yeah,
it because we're
something.
nowhere near doing anything on.
Did you see?
Yeah, I can turn them off.
No, I'm fine. We just didn't.
Are you ready?
I mean, she obviously see. This came all sadly damaged.
And I know you and he talked about some things, but I need to go back and talk about them with you too.
Yeah.
So I have a whole section split up between.
See, this is the one we had, which was more of
No,
a
this
grainy.
is it. No, this is
Oh,
that.
I thought that was the one, 'cause
No,
I've seen this.
no, this is that.
It's just
No.
uncomfortable. And then again, like I said, I mean, I definitely have to have
But I
pillows
definitely
because-
want to leave it here until we get the new one,
That's
so
fine.
the room don't look
Well,
like
if we get a new one.
so bad. You are a saint.
It is more of a sky blue than
Then what do you
than the
thought?
green. I
This is
thought it was, they were supposed to be in green tones.
Mint or-
a mint color.
They are, but there's. And again, this is something that.
Oh, now you knocked this off, so if there's not room for this, okay.
No, it would not be room for this. Well, we don't want, I always take this off. I always do. I mean, we cannot throw that away because I gotta return my good.
We could maybe have one or both of them, two of them covered for the bed maybe.
Well, I gotta return this sucker. We had a couple issues that they were aware of it. That's another thing that we believe in our company is like being as transparent as possible. We got a bench that was broken. We fixed it enough for them to still have it, but we make them aware of that. And then also the sofas were a little tight. So we went to talk to them about that and to make sure that they want to reorder the same sofa and keep the same style, which is the case. They love the look. We just need the sofa to be a little less tight. Okay, unfortunately we're not done. I need to go drop some fabrics to a client. Bethany needs to go pick a check. And we gonna have to divide and conquer because we still have to do 3 or 4 things and the day is almost over. I mean, mostly of the days we work until 6 or 7. Bethany lives very far away, which is really hurt my heart because she leaves at 7 and then she makes it home like at 9. She's wonderful. I couldn't do what I do without her, so that's why it hurts my heart that she lives so far. This is about the hardest thing to do, you know that? Did you hear that little crack? Hello? How are you, officer? I'm Marisol. It will be very difficult to tell you where we will be next week because our schedule is really, really busy. But it's also like never boring. It's like a complete adventure. So maybe we will be making beds. Maybe we will be consulting with a client, or maybe we will be building our own projects. So I know one thing, it's not gonna be boring. So I cannot wait to see you guys next time and see what kind of, not trouble, what kind of adventure we will get in. And that will be the word next week, adventure, right?
Yes.
All right, let's do it.